Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Since Mini-Me and Family Twinning is in, I decided to make matching and coordinating fanny bags, belt bags, bum bags, whatever you call them, for both you and your child or children. So I have designed two patterns here, one for you and one for your kid. So remember, you're the designer here and you get to design these with whatever fabrics you want. So here are the dimensions for the adult size fanny pack or belt bag or waist bag. And for this one, I did use the PP webbing, and all the info is in the description of the video and the online course. And then these are the dimensions for the child one. And again, you have multiple children, make as many of these as you want. And these straps I've actually made and show you how to make in this tutorial from the leftover fabric from this project. Anyway, if you want to sew along with me, go ahead and click the link in the description of this video and download the patterns from there. And when you download the patterns, here is what you will get. This is the mother or the larger size waist bag or belt bag. And then you have the kid size belt bag as well, and you tape them together according to the numbers just like this. And then of course, if you don't like taping together, I also provide for you the copy shop patterns where you can have them professionally printed. Number 1, bag front, number 2, bag back, and number 3, bag top. So you'll cut them out of whatever fabric choices you'd like. Before I remove my straight pins, I'm going to go to where I have my markings there and just clip a little mark there so I know where I'm going to match the patterns. You can even cut out the triangle if you wish. With all my markings in place, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take all 3 pieces over to the sewing machine and do a zigzag around all of them. Of course, if you have a serger, go ahead and use your serger instead. So I'm doing a zigzag over the edge stitch. My markings in place, making sure I have the wrong side facing me, I'm going to press down 1/4 inch hem up on top and also on the short sides. Loving this fanny pack tutorial? Why don't you subscribe so you could stay up to date with all my videos? Just click on the top right link there. My zipper is longer than 12 inches, so what I'm going to do is actually trim the zipper. And now, just using a thread and needle, I'm just going to make a few stitches on the end here, and that actually functions as the stopper. Now with the right side of the bag and the right side of the zipper facing up, I'm going to clip and pin the zipper right in place. And if you want clips just like these, I left the link below in the description. I absolutely love them and do most of my sewing projects with them, really. So once it's clipped and pinned in place, I'm going to go over to my sewing machine and very close to the edge, I'm going to sew down the sides along this length and up, back stitching on the ends, very close to the edge. And there is my zipper foot in place. Now that the zipper is sewn on, I'm going to find the center of the zipper simply by folding it and clipping the very center there. Now that's my marking that I will match with the top number 3 piece here, and there's a marking up there on the 3 piece. I'm going to put those together first and clip that part first. And I'm just gonna go around. I like to do it equally on both sides so you don't pull too much on one side. And I'm going to actually just wrap this curve around the straight edge. And now back to my sewing machine with a 1/4 inch seam allowance, back stitching on the ends. I'm going to sew this on. For the PP webbing straps, the shorter one I cut at 6.75 inches and I slipped it through the female end of the buckle, and then the other one is 1 yard long, 36 inches, and I slipped it through the male end with the slider here, and make sure both of the strap ends go through the slider. So on one side I'm going to put the shorter PP webbing strap right into place here, and I'm going to pin it. Make sure that the right sides of the clip, if it has a right or wrong side, faces the right side of the bag. Again, same here. See how I'm flipping it? Then I'm going to roll this up and make sure it all fits in there. I'm going to pin this in place so it doesn't move. And then I'm going to tuck it in there so it doesn't get in the way of my sewing. And now with the back, using the markings that I made before, I'm going to pin it into place. Remember, right sides together. Open up that zipper a little. I'll show you why you need that open when we're done sewing this on. If for some reason you don't have PP webbing straps or couldn't get them, definitely stick around towards the end of this tutorial because I show you how to make the straps out of any fabric you want, so it could even coordinate more with your bag. Again, with that 1/4 inch seam allowance, I'm going to work my way around the entire perimeter of this bag. And one thing I forgot to mention, when you're going around here, bring that seam down, right? So if you want, you can even clip it in place. So sew the seam down. I like to clip off the little bit of extra strap that sticks out there so it's not as bulky when I flip it around. And here's why you needed that zipper open. It helps you flip the bag right side out. And if you're not new to any of my tutorials, you know that I use a chopstick for my turning around the corners and squaring them off. This part is optional, but I do like doing this. What I do here is I take that hem under there and I fold it in towards the bag and I give it a quick press. And then I go over to my sewing machine and I give it a top stitch. Same thing here, and here I'm using my pressing ham. And I press it down and it does look cleaner, and then I do go over to my sewing machine and give it a quick top stitch. I make the straps any length you want for the 1-inch adjusters. I have 2.5 inches there, and any length again you want. So on the top I am pressing down 1/4 of an inch hem, and I'm going to repeat the same thing on the bottom. After I do that, you'll see that I fold it right sides together, and I just put a straight stitch on the edge. Right there. I did that really quick. And then I flipped it right side out, and now I'm going to press it together this way, and then I just sew it in place on the open edge. And there you have your strap. Once it's sewn, I like to give it another press, and it fits. I always say you're the designer here, so have fun when you choose your buckles and your strap adjusters and all that. And if you don't know where to begin, definitely check out the links that I've left in the description, where I found some pretty nice ones that I like to use as well. I hope you really enjoyed this sew along for belt bag or fanny pack or bum bag or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, if you really enjoy sew alongs just like this, go ahead and check out my other fanny pack or belt bag tutorials right up here on the screen. Thanks again for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you really love videos like this.